This is Justin Case of American Newscape, joining our friend, favorite librarian, and book wrangler, Sarah Wisdom, bringing you Yuma County Library happenings. Hello, Sarah. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Hi, it's nice to talk with you again.
Well, it's always nice to talk to you, Sarah, and it's always nice to figure out what's happening at our libraries. So what is happening at our libraries?
Many things as usual, and I've just picked a few to talk about with you today. The first is the next in our virtual author series. This is part of the library consortium that we joined earlier this summer to bring Pulitzer Prize winning authors and New York Times bestselling authors here to Yuma virtually. Because as you may know, it definitely costs a pretty penny to bring some of these authors to our community live. So this is a way for libraries, public libraries in general, to sort of pool their resources, and we all get to benefit from these virtual author talks. So the next one is coming up on August 3rd, and it is Dr. Marcia Chatelain, and she will be talking about her book, Franchise: The Golden Arches in Black America. And I haven't had a chance to read this book yet, but I've watched a few brief interviews with her on YouTube, and it is a really fascinating subject. She talks about how after the civil rights movement, McDonald's was one of the first franchises that really moved into African American communities and gave people a chance to be business owners and build up their communities. But she also explores, of course, we know that McDonald's has also been blamed for things like obesity and diabetes. And so is there a correlation with that as well? So it's a fascinating topic, and I'm sure it will be a fascinating talk with Marcia Chatelain. So that's coming up this Thursday at 11 a.m. You can either visit the Main and Foothills Library to watch the live stream, or you can register at yumalibrary.org to participate remotely, or you can receive a recording of the talk if you're not able to attend at 11 o'clock on Thursday.
Well, that's pretty cool. And what an opportunity for everybody. And when I stop to think about it, most of us have all had virtual pets, and it sounds like the libraries have virtual authors.
You're right. That's a great way to look at it. Our virtual pets.
Your virtual pets. No, it's just a great opportunity. I mean, authors tend to be fascinating people.
Truly, yes. And even if you haven't read the book yet, chances are you will be inspired to do so after hearing someone talk about their work.
That's what it's all about. So, Sarah, what else we got?
Well, the next thing I wanted to mention was an open house that's coming up at our San Luis Library on Thursday evening. And this is, of course, school is getting back in session in the Yuma area, and we want to invite families to come and find out how the library can help with the school year, what resources we have available to help with schoolwork, and also to meet some of the new staff. We have a new manager and a new librarian at the San Luis Library, so they would love to meet as much of the community as they can. So come out and say hi and introduce yourself, and your favorite staff will still be there as well. I think San Luis has the longest term staff in the district. I think we have somebody there right now that's been with the library for 30 years, maybe even longer. So yes, some of our most treasured staff are at our San Luis Library. So stop by our open house and say hi and see what they have to offer you.
Because these are real people. They're not virtual librarians. They're real librarians.
That's right. As opposed to virtual authors, these are real library staff.
Okay. What else we got, Sarah?
Well, last but not least, as we know, the beginning of the school year can be a little bit stressful. So our Foothills Library is hosting an event on Saturday. They're inviting teens to come and de-stress at the library. They'll have some coloring therapy available, and they too will be offering information about resources and services the library has to help you get through the school year. So we want to start you out on the right foot. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, you want to find out what the library has to offer and how we can help you, visit the Foothills Library on Saturday.
Well, and just to remind people, libraries are just sanctuaries for studying. To me, they always were when I grew up.
Yes. Yes. And now I think too, not only can you come and study independently, but you can and come and get assistance too.
What's that all about, Sarah?
Well, it's actually a great time to remind people about our service that we offer called tutor.com. It's a free virtual service to anybody who has a library card. It's for grades K through 12 and even up through college. And the way it works is very simple. You log in with your Yuma County library card. You'll answer a few brief questions about the kind of homework you're working on and the help that you need. And then this service actually pairs you to a live tutor. So this isn't, even though it's virtual, it has a live component as well. You're going to be talking to maybe a graduate student or a teacher who's tutoring, in their spare time. You're going to talk with somebody who is an expert in that field and can help you, either if it's a math problem or you need somebody to proofread an essay for English, you're working on a science project, anything that you have, you can find help on tutor.com.
And even moral support.
That too, and sometimes that's the most important. Sometimes it just gets overwhelming and frustrating, and I know we've heard from parents that particularly with math, now that schools teach Common Core, this is not the way that the previous generation learned how to do math. And so it's really a challenge to try to help your student because you didn't learn how to do it that way. And they're telling you, no, my teacher says I have to do it this way. So tutor.com really bridges that gap.
Well, another wonderful resource from our libraries. And let me just thank the libraries for what they're providing everybody.
Oh, it is our pleasure that we are here to serve.
Okay, that's cool. All right, everybody, this has been Justin Case and Sarah Wisdom bringing you Yuma County Library happenings. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's Read More. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please support book wranglers, libraries, and librarians everywhere.